The Tale of Little Pig Robinson by Beatrix Potter. Beatrix Potter loved the countryside, and she spent so much of her otherwise conventional Victorian childhood and drawing and studying animals. Her passion for the natural world lay behind the creation of a famous the series of little books. A particular source of inspiration was the English Lake district where she lived for the last 30 years of her life as a farmer and land conversations working with the National Trust. The Tale of Little Pig Robinson was the last of her stories to be published in the Peter Rabbit series, but it was one of the first she ever wrote. Its heading is a mixture of various English seaside towns where she had stayed on holiday when she was young. When I was a child, I used to go to the seaside for the holidays. We stayed in a little town where there was a harbor and fishing boats and fishermen. They sailed away to catch herrings and nets. When the boats came back home again, some had only caught a few herrings. Others had caught so many that they could not all be unloaded onto the quay. Then horses and carts were driven into the shallow water at low tide to meet the heavily laden boats. The fish were shoveled over the side of the boat into the carts and taken to the railway station where a special train of fish trucks was waiting. Great was the excitement when the fishing boats returned with a good catch of herrings. Half the people in the town ran down to the quay, including cats. There was a white cat called Susan, who never missed meeting the boats. She belonged to the wife of an old fisherman named Sam. The wife's name was Betsy. She had rheumatics. Then she had no family except Susan and 5 hens. Betsy sat by the fire. Her back ached. She said, "Ow, ow," whenever she had to put coal on and stir the pot. Susan sat opposite to Betsy. She felt sorry for Betsy. She wished she knew how to put the coal on and stir the pot all day long. They sat by the fire while Sam was away fishing. They had a cup of tea and some milk. "Susan," said Betsy, "I can hardly stand up. Go to the front gate and look out for Master's boat." Susan went out and came back 3 or 4 times. She went out into the garden. At last, late in the afternoon, she saw the sails of the fishing fleet coming in over the sea. "Go down to the harbor," asked Master, "for 6 herrings I will cook them for supper. Take my basket, Susan. Susan took the basket also, but she borrowed Betsy's bonnet. And little applied oh. I'm wondering if it's shovel. I saw her hurrying down to the harbor. Other cats were coming out of the cottages and running down the steep streets that lead to the seafront. Also ducks. I remember that they were most peculiar ducks, top knots that look like Tamo Shanner caps. Everybody was hurrying to meet the boats. Nearly everybody. I only met one person, the dog called Stumpy, who was going the opposite way. He was carrying a paper parcel in his mouth.